Hello guys, today we will discuss the CSIR NET June 2018 Part B Booklet A Chemistry. Question number 48 is 2 marks question. So there are two elementary reactions are given in our screen. You can see the first step is a reversible reaction, second step is a irreversible reaction, and the steady state approximation is applicable for the C. The rate of the product formation is proportional to what we have to determine. So what will be the correct answer? So before coming to that, I have to come for a description of the steady state approximation. So where to apply the steady state approximation? So many students have this question in their mind, and I didn't see any YouTube video given the correct answer, proper answer for this question. So guys, here first I will describe this one. So suppose this is a reaction where the A2 intermediate is formed, intermediate to product is formed. The first step has the rate constant K1 and the second step has the rate constant K2. So what is the rate law? Rate law is the formation of the product rates, that means dP by dt equal to K2 into the intermediate concentration. So a problem is there in this rate law. What is the problem? It involves the concentration of the intermediate, and the concentration of the intermediate is not detectable throughout the reaction or in the course of reaction, because this intermediate is very unstable and it can readily convert to the product. Okay, so therefore this concentration determination is very difficult. So we have to replace this concentration of the intermediate terms in terms of the concentration of the reactant or the concentration of the product, because we can determine throughout the reaction the concentration of the reactant and the concentration of the product. So guys, how to do that? For the same the scientist did an approximation. It's named by steady state approximation, which says that the rate of formation of the intermediate is equal to the rate of deformation of the intermediate. That means the concentration change of the intermediate throughout the reaction is actually 0. So rate of formation of the intermediate means the first step. So that means the K1 into A. So this is the rate of formation of the intermediate, and rate of deformation of the intermediate is K2 into I. This is the second step. Okay, so K2 into I. So these two are equal, and from this we can get the intermediate concentration is equal to K1 by K2 into concentration of the reactant. So now we got the concentration of the intermediate in terms of the concentration of the reactant, and we can put this value in this equation and we get a rate law in terms of the concentration of the reactant, and in this way we can solve this problem. But this steady state approximation, where we have to apply? To understand that things, I made two conditions where the K1 is 10 times of K2, that means K1 is very greater than K2, and another condition is that K2 is 10 times of K1, that means K2 is very greater than K1. So in this condition you can see the concentration of the A in the initially it is A0, and intermediate and the product has the concentration is 0. So along with the time, what is happening is that the first step, the K1 is very bigger than the K2, and hence the first step is very fast and the second step is very slow. So that means from A to intermediate formation is very fast and intermediate to product formation is very slow. So therefore in the initially there will be a gradual increase in the concentration of the intermediate, and when the A concentration will decrease and intermediate concentration will increase and it will reach a certain value, then the second step rate is K2 into intermediate concentration. So intermediate concentration will reach a certain value, means it will be increased. So therefore the second step will increase and the rate of formation of the product will increase, and the intermediate concentration will decrease and it will reach to 0. So this is the intermediate concentration and this is the product concentration. So guys, this is the product concentration will increase like this, and this intermediate concentration graph will be showing in this pattern. So but in this case what will happen? As the K2 is greater than K1, then what will happen? The first step is very slow, that means the A2 intermediate formation is very slow, but as soon as the intermediate will form, it will convert to the product. So therefore the intermediate will not stable enough in the reaction medium and it will convert to the product as soon as possible. So therefore the concentration of the intermediate is always lower throughout the reaction time. So in that case we can do this approximation that di by dt is equal to 0. Okay, so and this negligible concentration of the intermediate throughout the course of reaction is nearly constant. So guys, you can see here, this is the concentration of the intermediate, this is the product. So this is the concentration of the intermediate is very less and constant throughout the reaction time. So this type of case where the K2 is very greater than K1. That means the intermediate is so much unstable and high energy and readily convert to the product. In that case only we have to apply the steady state approximation. So that means intermediate should not be stable. The intermediate is unstable enough to apply the steady state approximation. So guys, hope you understand that where to apply the steady state approximation. So now I am coming to our question. So in our question, a reversible reaction is given. The forward reaction, the rate constant is K1, and the backward reaction rate constant is K minus 1. So we can apply the steady state approximation on the C. So that means the rate of formation of the C is equal to the rate of deformation of the C. So rate of formation of the C means the forward reaction. That means the K1 into A into B. And the rate of deformation of the C means the backward reaction. That means K minus 1 and C, and it has a stoichiometry 2. So therefore a square will come. So therefore C square is equal to K1 by K minus 1 into A into B. So guys, now if we do the square root of this, then we can get the concentration of the C. But concentration of the C is not needed here, because we can see in the next step, the product formation step also involves the 2 stoichiometry. Hence the rate of formation of the product is actually proportional to the square of the concentration of the C. So therefore this we can use. So this is the equation number 1. So now you can see in the second step, the rate of formation of the product is actually dd by dt is equal to K2 into concentration of the C square, and this C square value we will get from this equation 1, and we have to put here. So K1 by K minus 1 into A into B. So this total part is a constant. So therefore the rate of formation of the product is proportional to A and A into B. So this is the answer, guys. So guys, you can see here, so among these 4 options, here a square is there, here to the power half is there, and here independence is showing. But actually the correct answer is proportional to A into B. So therefore option number 1 is the correct answer. So hope guys you understand this details description, and thank you so much for watching this video. I will come for the next video tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching, and please like, comment and subscribe this YouTube channel.